There's a skate park that costs $1,500 to skate. I, like most skateboarders, have never been there because it costs $1,500 to skate. But there is a skate park here in Dallas, Texas, self-referred to as the poor man's Woodward. So in today's wonderful adventure, we'll see if this skate park that costs $10 to skate can even hold a candle to Woodward Skate Park. And spoiler alert, I think it can. We'll also be doing an excruciating kettlebell workout, designing a mural, and eating some bomb-ass vegan food here in Koreatown in Dallas, Texas. Because every day with skateboarding, fitness, food, exploration, and art is a perfect day. The kettlebell workout is one that I do struggle with, so today I'm gonna push it with my all. So for this one, you're gonna use 15-pound kettlebells, and you're gonna have a timer for 1 minute, because every time you do a rep, you have to take a minute off. After every rep, you take a 1 minute break, then you add one more rep to each exercise. This is what I look like chilling for a minute. Yeah, this is me going through all the reps all the way up to 8, and this is where the real struggle actually begins. All right, here we go. 8 reps each, so 1. First 3 exercises aren't too bad. It's getting into the push-up position that's painful. The individual arm lifts are brutal at this point, but not as brutal as the push-ups. Ah! Shoot! That was tough. I should be doing this one every day, because this is the workout that kicks my ass. Once I get to this point, I can usually make it all the way back down. It's painful, but getting to 8 and failing on the rest would just feel like a waste. And now that I'm exhausted, beat, and tethered, let's go check out Alliance Skate Park, AKA the poor man's Woodward. Welcome to Alliance Skate Park. This is an indoor skate park here in Texas. There's also an outdoor section, and I'm going to tinker around a bit sore, but I'm just here earlier than it opens with the owner, and we're gonna hang out and meet up a bit, talk a bit, and see if I can get some information about everything here, because this place is wild. It's in a really good location in Texas. Seems like a dream scenario, and just a dream skate park in general. So let's get a little bit of cruising in, and I'll be back to you shortly. So I realized for this video, it's going to be more of a tour than an actual just full-blown session. So let's go over everything, but we have to talk about the sections of the park instead of the individual obstacles because it's so large. Let's split this park into 4 parts. Right here is just the smaller, I guess, section. You can go off the ramps, get the little rail. There's the big 3-stair. There's also the little hubba. It's all good. It's all perfect. On the other side, I actually really appreciate this curved handrail thing. And then this is where the stair set is, which of course, I love the stairs. There's this bowl corner section that seems really fun and slick and scary for someone like me who's not super good at transition, but it leads into these pyramids in the middle. And then of course, on the other corner of this entire park is where you have the big section. So you have a giant hubba. There's a weird Euro gap that really boosts you up, but super fun. And also there's a flat rail right here, but that's essentially what's in the park. And the reason I'm not being even more thorough is because there are people in there skateboarding right now, and I do not want to disturb. Luckily, there's 4 other things here I want to show you, a completely other skate park. There's a secret skate park over here that I'll talk about after I talk about the main one outdoors, which it's perfect weather right now, so this is probably where most kids are going to skate today, but outdoor skate park 1, uno, the main one. I'm pretty obsessed with this tiny section. There's a little spine, there's a tiny quarter pipe, there's a little flat rail, a perfect little ledge. This is where I would probably just end up tinkering the most if I was here. Obviously, you have the bigger ramps all over the park. There's basically a bigger section of this where it's a tall quarter pipe, I think about 6 foot tall, 6 foot spine, etc., etc. And then when you go to the other side of the park, there is a pyramid hip that is beyond perfect with a little handrail that goes down it, little hubbas. And then in the corner, there's another big section. I think it's about an 8 or 9 stair with a very scary square handrail. But if you really feel like throwing it down and getting it good, that section is amazing. But the final thing I wanted to show you over here is this crazy, crazy launchy section. You go down the giant ramp, you shoot out of the quarter pipe, you can blast whatever maybe, and then you run into this other quarter pipe. So if you're really feeling it, if you're one of those skaters, which maybe we'll come back and actually try it with some pads or something, then this is gonna blow your mind. Oh, it's in the garage. Oh yeah, let's do it. So it's not like the skate park has enough stuff. Apparently there's a mini ramp hidden somewhere where he has to grab a key to get us in, but nice. I'm gonna guess it's in this building right here. Am I following you? Yeah, you following. Oh, it's like a whole nother little skate shop.
Party room, skate camp,
what the
birthday
hell?
parties.
I was just saying, it's so funny that you have like this entire skate park and it's so skatery to be like, oh, there's a barn, let's put another ramp in it if we can. So before we get into the bike track and the RC track, let's talk about the last little skate park section that's here at the park. There's also this little rail right here. This is pretty cool. I love that the owner himself called it a poor man's Woodward because I definitely understand the vibes of that, but I would still rather be at a park like this because obviously less hectic, and 2, there's a city around it. You can actually go get groceries and hang out in a downtown area. In Woodward, you're pretty much in the middle of nowhere, which is how they can afford it, clearly. In this back section, I would say the best thing here is probably this manual pad slash ledge. There's actually a really nice quarter pipe in the corner. There's weird obstacles kind of here and there. I feel like this is kind of where they stashed the extra stuff that just didn't fit anywhere else. And I also love this weird quarter pipe thing. I want to make a whole video of just trying to skate this obstacle because I find it, I just find it ludicrous. It's like so funny. Now for the bike section, this thing looks wild. All this wood. I mean, I know bike tires are huge and you don't need, like, you can have cracks in the wood, but just imagining a skateboarder go down this and hitting a crack and flailing, it's so cool looking. So the final thing I'm going to talk about today here is an RC track. Sam Tabor, if you're listening to this thing is meant for you. Come to Texas and just utilize this entire place. They will open it up for you. They'll let you play. And I'm just so stoked I'm here actually earlier than usually the crowd rolls in so that I get a personal look at all of this. And it's so cool. The RC track looks crazy.
Got the setup for real.
What's that?
Film it.
Carroll Hill Club.
Hill flip? Yeah.
All right, you got it. Switch your regular. I'm trying to regular. There actually is one more session that I had here, but I'm gonna save that till the end of this video. Now is the time of the day where I get to mellow out. I get to go to my favorite coffee shop and just chill while designing this mural project that I'm really excited about. I draw the designs in Procreate, and luckily I've designed enough character in different positions at this point to have some ready to use. I thought, how cool would it be if these murals were only 3 colors? It would make it easier, obviously, but Ninja and Melee, these characters, are perfectly contrasting colors. Coming up with the text placement was actually difficult, mainly because the tail. I also wanted a thick border around everything because it looks designy. Once I was done, I just asked Sarah which one she likes the best, and this is the one we're going with. I didn't actually have time today to go to the park and paint it, but look forward to that in future videos because it's gonna be fun and it's legal actually to do it there. So that's good. And the best thing ever happened at the coffee shop. I met a fellow Korean, and although he didn't recognize me from my videos, he recognized someone that I know very well. Yeah, it's a little tough because my fiance she does YouTube too, but she's like a tech YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What's her name?
Sarah Dici.
Sarah Dici?
Yeah.
That's your fiance?
Yeah.
Dude, what? Wait. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude!
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about.
Wait, I think I recognize you. I think you were in one of her videos.
I've been in her videos, yeah.
Dude, what the heck? Yo, so good to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yo.
This has actually happened a few times where somebody kind of comes into realization that Sarah is either dating me and they're like, oh, dude, I watch his videos, or vice versa like this. And it's incredible. Sarah, you're amazing and awesome, and it's cool to date someone so cool. Oh, let's go to the vegetarian restaurant in, the only one in Koreatown. So this place is called Bowl Mommy, and it's basically an acai spot. It's got toast. It's a little more expensive, so if you're trying to get like a girthy big meal like Texans tend to want to do. As for the acai bowl, it is delicious. It's not completely vegan when you first order it. If you replace the honey with agave, I think agave is even sweeter and more delicious. It's just like pure heaven. Literally, it's like ice cream healthy heaven. I thought you were recording and you weren't, you stupid little jerk. And the toast itself is just ridiculous looking. I mean, how good does that look? I don't know about healthy, but it's got bananas, it's got peanut butter, which is a great sense of protein, source, you know, whatever. Bananas are especially delicious for you. So this is a relatively healthy meal compared to, you know, most of the food you'll find in Texas. It's a very sticky meal. Agave is just as sticky as honey, so it's pretty much the same type of vibe. And then I usually just prop up an iPhone on the dashboard here and just like eat in the car. I know it seems sad. Let's get it quick. So I'm gonna finish this now, and I got one more thing I wanna share with you. Any idea on how I should approach working at a place that I hate? This is a question that one of you asked me recently. I work out, I skate, I eat delicious healthy foods, I explore new places, and I make these videos. I'm a very busy person, but on paper, it's the perfect job for someone like me. But most of the people, including myself in the past, didn't make money doing any of these things. Perspective is the greatest tool in keeping a healthy mental state when trying to grow. My goal in life was to be broke on food stamps, living in a car in California while doing the things I love. I was willing to do this because I was lucky enough to have the perspective that certain desires, especially superficial ones, will give you nothing if you're not having a good time. If you hate your job, think of it as a stepping stone. What do you have fun doing? Period. That's the question to answer. And that's what you should make a living doing. People will say, making a hobby your job ruins the hobby. It takes away from it, yes, but I'd rather get paid doing something I love rather than doing something I hate. There's an endless number of hobbies to start that you can keep as your hobby if you want in the future. So take the time to write down the things you love. Then write down how other people make a living doing those things. Now start doing what they do. Follow them exactly and let your style grow into itself. It's okay to copy it first because that's what it usually takes to learn. You don't learn how to play music by creating your own music. You start by following the masters. Shift your perspective of your job as a necessary step to the job you desire, because it is. Do the job well, build good rapport amongst your fellow employees and bosses. Most success comes from relationships, so don't burn bridges ever. You do have the power to dictate your future. As painful as it can be, take responsibility for where you are and where you are going to end up, because only with that feeling of responsibility can you make real change. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, progress daily, and keep killing it.